We're getting new next-gen consoles this week, the Xbox Series X and the Xbox Series S, as well as the PlayStation 5. We've had a chance to play them for the last couple of weeks. I have been playing both Xboxes, while Elise took head on the PlayStation 5 review. So Elise, what did you think of the PlayStation 5?
It is a very powerful console, a big step up from the PS4, and you can see that with graphical improvements, with ray tracing, most noticeable in Spider-Man Miles Morales. You see reflections in the snow, in the ice, in puddles.
That's very, very expensive for even the most high-powered PCs to be able to perform. I think a lot of people didn't expect ray tracing to be that prevalent this early in the generation, but there it is in Miles Morales, like full-blown.
And just in terms of the processing power as well, we have lightning fast loading.
And the controller seems to be a huge hit with everybody.
That is probably my favorite part of the PS5 is the DualSense controller. It's my new favorite controller ever. It fits comfortably in your hands. There's a really good, hefty weight to it, but it's not too much either. You've got the haptic feedback, of course, which is much more sophisticated than the rumbles of the DualShock controllers. If it's raining in your game, you'll feel that pitter patter of raindrops in the palms of your hands. Sony put out this Pulse 3D wireless headset. Basically, it works in tandem with the Tempest audio engine, which is new in the PS5. And that's all about sophisticated directional audio. It feels like not just an extension of the console, but an extension of the game. For example, in Astro's Playroom, you fall down a muddy slide and it actually feels like mud.
It felt like liquid inside my controller. It was,
right?
It felt really organic. The PS5 is really going for this sensational feeling type of thing. All your different senses are engaged. On the other hand, the Xbox is an interesting thing for me to review. I compared their strategy to, it's like upgrading an iPhone. The games and all my apps are still there. The user interface is exactly the same thing. The controller is exactly the same thing. But everything loads faster. Everything is much snappier. Everything runs a lot smoother. If you're invested in the Xbox ecosystem, as you might have been for the last few years, then you should definitely upgrade. You should definitely do it. Microsoft is so much better in terms of backwards compatibility versus Sony and Nintendo. With the new Xbox, you can revisit 2 or 3 different past generations of Xbox games and just play them on the newest Xbox at the best possible console experience you can get. I have my old 2007, 2008 save from Fable 1 transferred into my Xbox Series X, and I accessed it, and the game that I played 12 years ago is still there. It's actually pretty incredible.
I've seen some critics call it a more affordable PC. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, pretty much. For its price, it's very, very good. The Xbox Series X in particular, for only $500, sounds like a lot, but in the grand scheme of PC gaming, it's actually very, very cheap.
Storage is an issue on PS5. I had 7 games installed and I was pretty much full up. We don't know what the size is going to be for next-gen games. I mean, we still don't have a complete picture on that, but...
you don't have a lot of next-gen games.
We don't have a lot of next-gen games yet, but filling out my PS5 with PS4 games like The Last of Us Part 2 and Red Dead Redemption 2, they would fill up a lot of the space already. You can't actually use external storage for PS5 games. You can only use it for PS4 games.
External storage is a must. I think for both PlayStation and the Xbox, basically Call of Duty, Warzone, and Modern Warfare will take up a third or a half of the system.
Yeah, you stand by for redeployment.
There is backwards compatibility here, but it's only for PS4 games. There's only 10 games that aren't. In comparison to Microsoft, their more robust approach to it, it doesn't compare.
Microsoft did need a good launch title, and it couldn't deliver, unfortunately, because of the delay of Halo Infinite. And I really mostly only had Assassin's Creed Valhalla and Yakuza Like a Dragon to review. Series S promises 1440p gameplay, and it does. It looks very sharp and it looks good. But Assassin's Creed Valhalla ran at 30 frames per second, which was disappointing to see. It's hard not to feel like I'm playing last-gen games on a new system.
Come now. Honor calls.
The biggest downside of the PS5 is just how big it is. It is a titanic console, and you're going to find a lot of trouble finding room for it on your media cabinet. We did at launcher. We had to play a little bit of Tetris, but you can place it horizontally, you can place it vertically.
It feels less sturdy than it should.
I mean, especially those two flaps that come out,
Yeah.
like those two white flaps. I keep looking at that and I'm like, if my console falls onto the ground, I hope those don't just break right off.
Yeah, exactly, like potato chips or something. There's like two Pringles.
Yeah.
The Xbox Series X is a little bit uglier. It's just a big rectangle that you can just really slide in anywhere. The Series S would look great on a bookshelf.
I think once I got my PS5, I was and had it in my hands and I was trying it out. I think it blew away my expectations. I think I'm always a little bit cautious with how excited I want to get when a new generation approaches. It's like, how big is the leap really going to be? I think this one really does it. Does it have some downsides? Yeah, absolutely. But the level of immersion that the 3D audio and the DualSense controller create together is a big deal.
Welcome to a new world of immersion.
I do feel like that I find the PS5 more exciting, and rest in peace my mentions. We still need to see really from both consoles what's the best they can do. But right now it does seem like the PS5, at the very least at the launch, comes out with a lot more excitement. And I think that's really, really boosted by the fact that Spider-Man Miles Morales and Demon's Souls are both coming out together. Both exclusive titles, you won't be able to get them even on PC at all. The PS5 is this premium, wonderful console that gives you a one-of-a-kind experience, whereas Xbox is like an iOS, basically, and you can just kind of take it anywhere.